The title of the conversation, this is from the community that's around me. And the teenagers, girls, the 18, 19, they look like they're a little older. And they said something to me last year, and they kept me, I think it was last year, the end of last year, is you with us? And I want to tell you something. I am with you. But you got to understand what price that you willing to do as a leader. You have to watch the Senator Ted and them, and you have to watch these leaders' behavior. Because you're going to have a role that they can't do. And you're going to have to learn from them. Learn from their mistakes. Trump has made a mistake, and Senator Ted and the rest of them. At what cost? As a child, when y'all get a leader in that office, you have to do better than them. You have to be better. Let me tell you something. When I was in school, I probably didn't like all the things that my teacher said, or my mom said, but I got over it, right? But I was still able to do what I want in a period of time in that matter. So, at what cost, what type? You know what I told Orion? Orion said something. He judged without understanding. And I had to message my Creekview friends. And he said something about, something's wrong with you. Something wrong with you. 14, 15 years old, I'm cashing check. I'm going to college and high school. I'm doing thrift stores. I'm going to different jobs. I'm doing things they can't do. And I'm doing things they can't do. I had great teachers around me. And I'm thankful for that. I'm trying to ask my mama, what's the name of my middle school in Plano? She forgot. It had been so long because we was on middle school campus. If we would have stayed in Plano, we went to high school campus after we graduated middle school. And she don't even remember it been so long. And I'm going to have to call my cousin. It's been so long. But I graduated middle school. And if I would have stayed in Plano, I would have went to high school campus. So it depends, because you got a middle school campus, you got a high school campus. And I was on a middle school campus. So, and those things. So we have to understand, we can't worry about a pastor that got his own mindset. And I have to keep this together. Too many people depending on me. And it's not about me. This is about Sabine and Dad and me. It's never about him and his behavior. And one day me and Sabina got to finish what we started and forget all about the drama and the bull crap. Let him do what he does. So I have a problem here. Now, I suffer with a lot of things, but I'm suffer to walk this earth and looking into y'all mind and spirit because of God and Jesus and Sabine and them. So while I'm here and I got to live with this curse that I have to understand what the punishment I have get for love and God and Jesus coming in my spirit. The punishment of all of it. You know, in school, me and Sabina said something to me. And I know the price that the bind is more severe than I thought that it was gonna be. And I said, and she don't even remember this. And she don't even remember when she told me, said, Hubert, walk home from school, said, Hubert, and she don't know, we both had our little things. We both had our little problems. I'm gonna hurt you. I said, I don't care. Let's go through the pain of love. Because I got my little behavior. She had her little behavior. Let's go through the pain of love. Let's go through the pain of understanding. And I have to understand what we said to each other after school and middle school with each other. After school with each other. And I have to realize I was in this from day one. And I have to deal with it. I was in this from day one. I know that I was in this from day one. So when her mom and dad say something, the bind, I have to move forward. Be better than them. And I hope those little teenagers, those girls with their parents, be better than them. And you can be remembered bigger than Trump and bigger than Senator Ted and bigger than... We're going to see how the FBI handle this. We're going to see how they handle this situation with Social Security and the legislators and them. And y'all going to know what to do better. We're going to see how this is going to turn out in democracy behavior. So I want to see, and I want people to learn. If they decide to come and get me in handcuffs, arrest me in handcuffs, I want y'all to see what better future decision as the FBI agent that y'all going to be when y'all grow up. And anything that y'all want to do. I done met some pretty New York people, man. They pretty cool. And we didn't talk about spiritual stuff. We didn't talk I don't lie to me. And they got good people out here in this world. You know, Grizz told me something when he left, because he was always going to leave. I remember he told me one more time, he pulled me by the office, or 1216, he was on the computer. And he said, Hubert, I've been here for a long time, and all I do is get a quarter and 50-cent raise. And that's all they give me for everything I did. And when he left, I was working at DFW, and I was on the train. And he kind of, at the phone, he kind of hung up because he had a lot of things to do. You know, Grizz can't always get on. I can't always talk. Me and Grizz, he can't always, when he work, you know, I gotta give him a break sometimes. That's just Grizz. That's just Grizz. That's just Grizz for you. Hey, he gotta have a break from me sometimes. Grizz. Hey, he gotta have a break from me sometimes. That's just Grizz. That's just Grizz for you. He gonna hang up. He gotta have a break from me sometimes. That's just Grizz. I know Grizz. He gotta have a break from me sometimes. So he really gotta have a break from me sometimes. He told me, but I'm glad that you left Walmart. You know what he told me that? When I was going to that DFW, going to that airport, and everybody from South Dallas, me and the maintenance girls, we used to always talk. And they wanted me to come. And they don't even know that the jealousy has smart cards and the manager racism, why I didn't stay there anymore at DFW. When I worked at DFW airport, my job, it was not just to push cards. It was to put the smile on everybody's face and communicate with them and talk to them. So when I'm talking to kids and telling them, hey, how you doing? And how's it going? and I can look back at them and watch them smile when they walk off, that somebody talked to them, and for a man to call me out at my name because they not talkative, for a smart card worker to call me out my name because they not talkative, and just to see that these kids make that, to let them know that if it's a kid or a grown up, to let them know that somebody talking to them. And I'm on the international side now. I missed them. I was so mad about it. Miss Tammy told me, get them back their shirt, because I miss talking to them on the international side and American side. Me and this lady used to always talk. And the smart card manager, we used to always talk. We used to always have a conversation and be great. And that was the greatest thing out of them all, right? And and me and the girls used to always talk from South Dallas. We get on the train and say, Hubert, us, we just sit on the train. We used to talk to each other. And Hubert, I want you to come over to our maintenance team. But I couldn't do that with smart card jealousy and mine opinion. Because I told that manager when I was on that floor, I was pushing carts outside and I was doing that. I told him, I taught the kids when I was outside of Walmart. And for his employees to say something that when I just help get a cart for a kid, get a cart for a parent kid, if it's the cart that you put the kids in and they sit in the little thing, and I told them that. And before they stuck up minds to think something's wrong, I can't work with that opinions. I can't work with that when they think something's wrong. I'm like, hold up. My job is to get the carts, but also keep the communication going with the people at the DFW people. And not just about getting carts. And not just walking around with a mean face. Can you walk around with a smile? And I'm looking at my DFW pictures on my Facebook. And I'm seeing myself in the mirror. And I go in the bathrooms and I take pictures working at DFW. And Miss Tammy said something to the DFW. That don't sound like you, but what you did to him. And you know what she told me? And me and Miss Tammy as Ticket to World program, we had our differences. But you know what she told him? You know what she told him? Get in line and sell back their shirts. This small card did not want to hear me out. Give them back their shirt. I went up to Miss Tammy's office and I gave them back their shirt. Remember, Miss Tammy knew it was gonna be hard. And what the judge said, Hubert, they wanted me to give a different aspect. They wanted me to go to another county with Ticket to Work program, and you only can go to the county that you in. We tried our best. They believed in me. And that's the greatest thing. I told my son, and I want these kids to know this. And I want people to know this, because Orion can't be a man. Never let nobody tell you what you can't do. Be better than that. People are going to try to put you down. People are going to try to tell you what you can't do and what you can't have. But you can have it. You can have these things of what they can't do. So I need you to understand something that's going on here. And I need you to understand something that's greater of what's going on here. I need you to be greater. I need you to be better than them. And this is for the kids this is for the people that's in my community. This is for the people that's in, be better than them. Why that community channel? while at Texas Community Channel. I want you to be better than them. I need you to be better than them. I was going to school cashing checks. Me and my ex, I had to let one of my girlfriends borrow my credit cards. Use my credit cards. I'm working, they working. Let me use my credit card. Just hanging out. I'm not concerned about what people think. It's how you play the game. It's how you move. I used to go. It reminded me of a Vance Manise girl in character. She had a sister, older sister, and they had two. And we used to chill a lot. They know I had a relationship, and we never crossed that line with each other. And I used to chill by them, and we used to just cook and do all of those things. I didn't have a gun in my hand. We didn't have a gun when we did music. We went to the movies, went and enjoyed each other. We chilled at Whataburger. I got plenty of memories with Cassie and everybody else in those memories when we was kids. So the thing is about this, how can we understand those things? So I want y'all to understand something, how great we can be together. All of y'all have a role that y'all can play in. And our journey is farther than beyond these means. Remember, wherever the stars is, I'm with you. Don't matter if I'm sitting at home, don't matter if I'm sitting wherever that is, I'm sitting at home, I'm doing that, no matter what those things is, we are together. It's about how you move is going to define you. It's about how you enjoy each other's time is going to define the best version of you. The best version of you. Be better than them. Be something they couldn't do. You're going to have to watch Trump now. You're going to have to study them. That's your goal. To study them. It doesn't matter if you black, white, Mexican, Cuban, Spanish, Chinese. My teacher is Vietnamese. Mr. Dolores. It doesn't matter what you are at the end of the day. Can you have that greatness out of it? Can you have that understanding out of greatness? The biggest goal to understand those things, to keep pushing through as you go. So can you be the way you want to be? So when I walk out my door and we see the smile that we have with each other and me working on my craft, I want to know that God is here and God is to tell every kid in this community. God don't judge you. God don't throw stones at anybody. Love who you are, Hubert, HubertSellers. Junior, God don't judge you. God do not judge you. So I want every kid to know. I wish Orion students would be in my teacher's class at Newman Smith. I wish they could be in the program that I was in, the great teachers that I had, the theater teachers that I had, and everybody that played the part of my life. But for all of this to work, I have to keep pushing. I had to stick through the pain to understand change is bigger than that. All of them scared because they so busy fight for each other. We had to go home every day and fight and just go to work in church. And they have that right to fight now. Let me tell you what I do. I don't just fight when I'm outside speaking and fighting with somebody. I fight with God and Jesus, and I fight in the spirit of the universe. And that's different that nobody can take. But Dallas is a threat. Dallas is a threat. Racism of Texas and black and white communities are a threat to me. And baby, I don't know how we gonna get over this hump of misconduct, of lies. Lies for the president. And he gonna talk about if you're a liar, man. And that's sad. That's something that don't look at. Then you add an informant in there as a coward. That's the saddest thing that a man can do. That's sad. That is the saddest thing somebody can do in this American business. That is sad, man. The informant that you had and to hit dumbass and Wyleck got a problem. The state attorney. I can tell something was off with him when he came out that bathroom. His little mindset. Something was up with his little mindset. But they want me to interact with liars. Then they keep deceiving me out here. Y'all need some damn help. Go find y'all somebody else to deceive. But I'm trying to see if Dylan Miller gonna keep his promise. Because the people that cares about the people and the lies that go against God, that's the understanding. God said you got to keep your eyes open when Dylan Miller broke that trust. I want to see if he's going to keep his promise, not just at a store. Invite me to the table to talk. I want to see if he's going to keep his promise. And God said, don't lean on their lies, on the spiritual mindset lies. So I need you to walk with your eyes open, because they broke my trust in the spirit. City of Raleigh, Texas channel.
City of Raleigh, Texas channel.
They all looking to steal something. But I promise this community is going to go to jail. Every last one of everybody going to be put in jail. And that's a promise. I will have the army come back in here so mad, every national army from every state, to arrest everybody in their families. My name is Hubert, HubertSellers Jr. I promise you that. I will have every National Guard to come in everybody's house, mess around with my life when you're selfish. Mess around with my life when the principles of that life, when you stand for your own principles. And he gonna talk about something's wrong with that. Baby, we ain't the same. But you lucky. No, I want to tell you something. My teacher at Norman Smith and then Mary Grimes, they take me to the school by Creekview. And you know, my teacher would take me to detention school. And the Chastity and them took me and Miss Dolores. They say, Hubert, you did nothing wrong. And I had my phone. I could have got on my phone when I went to the school over there towards Creekview Way. And you know what I said? I said in this room, by myself half of the whole day. I had a chance to catch the bus or the school bus to drop me off. And I thought I caught the dark bus, a school bus. And I sit up there and they let me keep my phone. I sit up there, but I turned my phone off. I didn't want my phone to be on. I turned my phone off. And I sit in that room, and the windows is up top. It's great. And the thing is great, like and I sit up there and saw all the light in that room. All the light that was greatness out of that light in that room. But we are talking about racism. And that's sad, man, that this had to go this far. I won this war on my own and what they couldn't fight for. And what the numbers was against me. So today, we about to go to the store. I'm about to get me something. I'm about to enjoy this day and about to just relax. And I'm trying to get Desmond Miller to keep his promise. And God said, I know you can change your mind and your behaviors that I see through you. And God said, don't trust you, your spirit and your mindset. The way you operate, it can tell how the body of a spirit act. And your human behavior, it makes me not trust you. I told Gainesville I want those courtroom papers tore up. And not all of y'all gonna go to jail for racism and treason of racism. And I let the Texas Supreme Court and any jury tamper with, and we're gonna make it very clear, if I had to go to the Supreme Court, and I should not have to go. After I done filed the civil rights on the Supreme Court. Hey, he is laughing. Now they filed the civil rights on the Supreme Court. They have arguments with Washington Supreme Court and the state of Texas Supreme Court. You think I didn't do my homework? Come on. You see, if we have damn arguments in the Washington Supreme Court, and I'm doing my history about everybody and how Washington Supreme Court operates and how Texas Supreme Court operates. Why, if people gonna tamper with jury and society gonna go against it, what do that mean? See, that's the difference between what we can't understand and what God is so much greater of. But I want to see if Desmond Miller is going to keep their word. And everybody on Instagram, I want to know if they're going to keep their word. God said, can you keep it? And that's me. Hey, trust me, I can forget. James taught me James taught me something and Greg taught me something. And I learned a lot from them. The reason why I kept coming back to Walmart because of Greg. And because Russell asked me to come back too. Come on, he asked me many times, Hubert, we need you. Come on. Many times Russell came up to me when I left. You know what Russell told me? I want Desmond Miller to understand. You know what Russell told me? Thanks for coming to work this issue with us. We can earn some real bread. And I hope Russell can be there when honesty is being given. And we can meet each other one day and sit up there and talk to each other. He know what he told me in 2019. Let's do this if we're willing to do this together. And I'm about to tell him when I get in there in 2019 and 20, 19 and 18, 19, he told me that. When we walk in and see each other, and I dap him on, hey, how you doing, Russell? I give you honesty. Can you give truth? I have to do this. God said this is set in stone. Destiny is set in stone. The contract already signed. Destiny is set in stone. A lady gonna pass by me, kept bullshit. her spiritual behavior was telling everything. She was already behaving herself in that last couple of times. But it was never my intention to sue Walmart, man. I wish it didn't have to be like this, man. So I wish it didn't have to be like this. God give us something to adapt. And we have to adapt spiritually. And we have to adapt when we keep our eyes open. This spiritual retreat is so much more. And I had a dream many dreams, that after me and somebody handled our problem, we went on a spiritual retreat that further spiritual. And each of our family, we had a tub full of ours, and we soaked our body and our mindsets. And we got back to our normal self. The pain was a little bit there, but we were still able to understand each other. And the spiritual retreat, the spiritual thing that me and Sabina had, it was something that I couldn't really understand on the journey of what it means in the dream. Because Mirza can say what he wants. After we set our problems, and I come back the next day, we say we was gonna have kids, and I'm like, I actually dreamed about it, because we always wanted kids, and we always wanted kids, and we were like, And I went to Mirza's house one day, and after me and Sabina handled our problems, and we actually dreamed about it. And he said, "You tripping now?" That's me and Sabina no problem. We hugged each other. I had our kid got out the car in the dream, and she came and hugged me. I had a girl, and she came and hugged me. His jealousy go beyond that means. But Sabina was with her friends, and we all looked at each other. She gave me the spiritual love and understanding when I was able to look deep into each other's spirit and deep into each other's eyes. It was amazing to just see the understanding of us that just were able to what we always wanted as kids. And what we always wanted as kids. And what we always wanted as kids. And Mirza with his behavior, because his jealousy behavior, he can stay where he at. He can stay where he at. And I blocked him. Sabina, mom, and dad gotta call me when they ready. Without him. Without dealing with the mirror, without them. So, and baby, we just gonna keep doing this situation. God bless everybody. And this is for the community of Raleigh. And the teenagers and this thing for y'all. This is for y'all. Move different than everyone. I had great people, parents around me. And I'm thankful for everybody that played the part of everything in my life. If it's past relationships, in my past, or whatever that is, they mom and dad gotta and anytime, people want to reach out and talk to me anytime. And we have a great understanding. I don't want to argue with people. And that's what I don't want to do. Anytime they want to reach out and talk this out with me, and that's be great. But we letting the universe at play. I'm going to college, I'm going to thrift stores, I'm going to different jobs, I'm going to different business, I'm in theater, I'm in football, and what I don't just go to first period lunch. I'm at second period lunch, third period lunch, fourth period. I'm in different periods because I'm doing different things. So it depends on how I'm moving and on my day. And I got my phone taken away from me. Miss Gulo and Mr. Isaac came and took my phone out of there. Said, but then I told you not to answer your phone. And I got to answer because my manager called me or texted me. And my schedule would change because payroll, so it depends on how everything operates. It depends on operate. Never let somebody tell you, you kids, never let somebody tell you what do they know. Because I didn't get where I'm at today, and what do they know. I got a lot to be thankful for. Miss Dolores, Miss Go-Gates, her mom, All of Miss Chastity, Miss Lynn, Miss Gulo, the Creekview when I went to summer school. I didn't talk to some teachers. I have a lot to be thankful for. You know, going to thrift stores in Carrollton, going pump up golf. And that's the greatest thing out of them all, right? Just going to those things and having a great time. I go to school on a Saturday and learn about the legislative branch, and my teacher used to put me in there, and she an Oklahoma fan, OU fan, I think. OU, Oklahoma, OU fan. And she got the TV in the front, and she's focused on work. And when she focused on work, if we watching God and Light, we watching the football games. And we would sit up there and watch it. We watch this Martin Luther King animated, or we watch stuff. Sports, she's a very big sports fan. And her husband did a lot for me. And I got so many things to be thankful for Miss Chastity husband and them. I love them very much. And I never forget Miss Chastity and her husband and forward. I just much love and just thankful for everything they did for me. But Mr. Lee played. I'm a New Balance fan, and I haven't worn New Balance in a while. I used to have every pair of Balance, and I got mad at my mama one time because she like you can't wait. You already got a pair of shoes. I said I still want a pair of shoes. I'm working, but I still want a damn pair of shoes. I had three. Let me tell you something. And when we talk about teachers, I had three women substitute teachers in my classrooms. And Mr. Lee used to switch up every time. And when you have a regular teacher and you have three substitute teachers be able to work with everybody, and I tell Ryan, you better know who you're dealing with because all of my teachers had on their big drawers when they were teaching me. And you need, I think your kids need to go to New Miss Smith and Miss Chastity in them class, and Miss Gogate in them class, and Miss Dolores in them class. I think you need a change of direction. I think they need to go to Miss Chastity and them. I think they need to go know who they dealing with. We go to the malls and we go. My teacher give us money. Our mom give us money, and give us $100 or $50, and we go to the malls and footwork, the train stations, and we go over there, and we will have to count. We will pick it, and we will have to count the money. They're not allowed us to tell us the money. We're gonna sit up there and count it. And that's the thing that I teach. That we pass newspapers out. We did Avon. My teacher got this special recipe cake, and my mama still got it. And she got these Chex Mix, these little things that she make. And we go on to Creekview. I met plenty of people at Creekview, but I met somebody when I was starting Avenger when I was still a Newman Smith student, but I was starting to get on the other school campus. So I was starting to get on the. I didn't actually graduate when you think I graduated. The people need to know which really is. That's not my graduation pictures. That's not it. So even that mammogram, that's not totally it what you think. So what you're thinking is not actually accurate. Even if you go on the wall, it's not actually accurate. So we always a year, a month behind, 2 years behind in any graduation. And mammogram, we was 2 years behind, and they decided to put the pictures up there. So we always behind. That's how the schools operates and do stuff. I had met Miss Gogate before I met her on my first year there when she came from Turner to meet everybody. So I had met her way before any of these. Before I even went to school, I had met Miss Gogate, and plenty of times. So and Miss Dolores tried to get me to cut their grass one time if I didn't, and Miss Dolores stayed right under Marissa. And she made and even Miss Chastity called my phone. But we wasn't allowed to get our mama to call for us and say that we sick. Miss Chastity kept that phone by her desk, and we got to call up there on the front. Everybody got to call up there. We got to learn how to talk to people. No, I need you to call up and talk. And that's how we communicate. I'm passing newspapers out. I'm doing stuff. And sometimes I would do it more than others. And my teacher said, you need a break, you gotta get. But what's taking you so long with the newspapers? What's taking you so long? And I got mad. Me and Demir had a problem because I was actually having a problem with U-Haul, and I was moving on the other side. Started to move on the other side of Carrollton at Creeview, and all of my other friends, they got 3 more years left, and they chilling at my house. Tavine and Demarcus, and they friends, they teenager friends, and everybody, and 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 Demir get mad because I told him no. What is your intentions with them? And Terrell and them, they sisters, they got me around these sisters, guys. Tavani, Demarcus, everybody got me around their teenage sisters. Everybody, we leave, they come and get me in their trucks, and and, and they trust me around him. And I'm not gonna let nobody that's gonna manipulate the situation. And he messing over a queen. I said, you dating a queen, and you trying to give me the no. I say no. I said no, like, and they come and get me after school. We hang out at Taco Bell, at Cruiser Terrell and them, and Tavani. I'm chilling in front of Tavani door, and doing all of these things that's going on. So I'm doing all of these things that go on, and I'm having a great time just doing it. I'm having a great time and just doing it, and having that great time and being where I'm at today to understand it. And that's the greatest tool out of them all. Yeah, I loved everything, man. Now I can't be mad at them for doing something, but I was kind of understanding because I always got what I wanted when I was a kid on the West Bank. Nah, no serious. I got caught in the library in New Orleans. Like I used to walk home with my lawyer book. Like literally, I used to walk home with my lawyer book. I got caught in the library in New Orleans one summer. No lie to you. In New Orleans, West Bank burning. And I used to wanted to be a lawyer when I was a kid. I was a little shy, but I wanted to be a lawyer when I was a kid. And my mom said, well, you got a lawyer book, boy. What you got that lawyer book for? Yeah, hey, I didn't do it before, and I didn't really have a good understanding of those things. But I know I only spoken what was spoken to, and the court procedures that I learned from it. You only speak what's been spoken to. And I didn't have a lawyer and I didn't have a state attorney, so you only speak what's spoken to. And if you don't understand, you can pass note. I could have passed note to the police, to the police officer. I could have passed notes to him. So I could have really did that if I needed to talk and meet. I could have passed a note to him to give to the judge, and I didn't do that. So it was a moment. So I could have did all of those things that I could have did while that police officer stood right there and he's sitting right there, and I could have passed that note to him to get to that judge without starting confusion. So it talks about that in the court procedures. Or your lawyer, if you defending yourself, you can pass the notes. He know he was wrong, man. He know he didn't have nothing. So I just think that's the best thing of them all. And I ask people, what is their intention with my friends, and he playing a Gwina, and Gwina with that fake stuff, man. And they break up. I say I can't compare my relationship to a Gwina and Demira relationship. My relationship is different. And they broke up the same week. I say, y'all got Rosa and Shelly them fake stuff. That's on y'all. So I want y'all to have a good day and enjoy yourself. Yeah. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna settle things here. Keep my mindset together. I wish him the best of luck.